Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Today in front of you we're taking a look at a brand with a lot of history, and they're still actually based in New York up until this day, and it is BENRUS. A pretty cool brand. We're taking a look at their robot model from 1972. It's a reissue with the same dimensions, which is really cool. Comes in this watertight case here, as you can see, which is actually pretty unique. I haven't seen a case like this before. Now if you open this up, a little flap here, it's pretty cool. You open it up and inside is the watch. Let's get this. It's pretty simple. It comes with a warranty, your international warranty, and this is the watch right here. Let me just take this out, peel off the plastic, and as you can see, there she is. Really, really nice looking watch. Obviously very, vintage style. It's that UFO kind of shape of the case. Great dimensions, a great, specification as well. Everything that you'd hope for under $1,000. This one comes in at $990 US, which is actually a really good price, considering the history and the actual quality of this model. Now the watch also does come with an international warranty card. As you can see here, Orbit Robot, which is the name of this model. And inside you do get your warranty information, how to use the watch, etc. Your BENRUS watch has a 2-year limited warranty. Very nice, 2 years. A lot of brands do 1 year. This is very nice to get 2 years international warranty. Now a quick little history lesson before we dig into this watch here. So BENRUS was actually founded in 1921 in New York by the Lazarus brothers, and that was in the jewelry district, which is pretty famous in New York. If you're from New York or you're not from New York, you've probably heard about it. And up until this day, they're actually still located there, which is really cool. And most of you guys are pretty familiar in the 1960s, the Vietnam Field Watch, which BENRUS produced and was used by military forces, is still being produced today by them, but obviously for civilians as well. And yeah, I think in 1972 this model was released, and this is the re-release of this version. And basically it's a UFO case shaped diver, 200-meter dive watch, Swiss made. And all around, it's a really, really cool watch. I like that they stayed true to the original specification. So the Orbit Robot is actually housed in a solid 316L stainless steel case. The case itself is mostly brushed, besides for these polished links, which is on the bracelet. And we get 200 meters of water resistance, making this a true dive watch, and definitely a very capable dive watch at 200 meters. Screw down crown, screw down case back as well. In terms of actual dimensions, we're looking at 41 millimeters across in terms of diameter. We're looking at 11 millimeters thick. If you include that domed sapphire crystal, you are looking at 13 millimeters. So really, really nice dimensions. 44 top to bottom, making this very, very, very wearable for my 6.5-inch wrist. Even if you have a smaller wrist, obviously if you have a bigger wrist, you can definitely wear this as well. 20 millimeters in between the lugs. Let's take a look at the actual case itself. So you get that UFO style case, and you can see very nice brushing, brushed all around, signed crown here. So you can see signed with the BENRUS. No sharp edges or anything like that. Feels very smooth. Taking a look at the flank, as you can see here. Everything looks really, really, really nice. Everything looks really nice. Now the bezel itself is a dive bezel, obviously to time up to 60 minutes. It is a bidirectional friction bezel, which is very different. They were used a lot on a lot of vintage watches. As you can see, it's bidirectional, but it's not so loose, so it's definitely a sturdy bezel as well. So it's not going to move when you set it to your exact time there. As you can see, you're not going to have any issues with any bezel alignment, which is nice to see. Now the Fume dial itself kind of goes darker towards the chapter ring, as you can see here, and lighter towards the center portion of the dial. Getting in on a macro level here, nice applied markers in square shapes, as you can see there. Very, very legible. BENRUS printed below 12, Orbit Robot above the 6 o'clock position. Then we get those nice orange hands, which are long and rectangular, making it very, very easy to read at a glance. A very thin sweeping seconds hand with a loomed rectangle as well in orange. Your date cutout is at the 3 o'clock position, marked Swiss made at the 6 o'clock position. And all in all, just very, kind of simple, but, has that nice vintage vibe to it. The Fume dial itself definitely, shows off this watch a lot, definitely makes it pop, and has a lot to do with the actual design of the watch and the dial, obviously, in my opinion. It comes on this nice Jubilee bracelet here, as you can see, which is actually really, really nice. I was quite surprised. Screw links, very easy to adjust. Doesn't fold completely under, but it folds, at the edge, so, it's not going to wear bigger on your wrist. So you get screw links, nice Jubilee style bracelet with polished links, brushed on the outer portion. You get a clasp here with 3 micro adjustments, signed BENRUS on the top here, 2 buttons, opens up to a milled scissor clasp as you can see here. And one thing that was interesting, it does say Japan. So I'm assuming the clasp is actually made in Japan, which is actually pretty cool. I haven't seen that before. I thought that was quite interesting. Like I said, you get 3 micro adjustments, and you also do get a quick release on this bracelet. If I show you from the back side, nice quick release on this bracelet. So you can take this off, and this thing's a strap monster. You can definitely throw a nice rubber band on here, a NATO band, whatever kind of band you really want. And now while we're at the case back, this case back is screwed down and polished, as you can see, and you get a really, really nice orbit robot design here. You get the world with kind of the robot going around. Look at that robot. Really, really cool, guys. Yeah, so I really do like the case back. Very, very cool. Now the watch itself obviously houses a Swiss automatic caliber. It is a Swiss-made automatic diver. Now beating inside of this watch is the SoProd P024. That's around a 38-hour power reserve, 25 joules, beats at 4 hertz, or 28,800 beats per hour. Nice smooth sweep of that seconds hand. This movement's based on the ETA 2824. It's very similar, very reliable, pretty accurate. And a service interval every 3 or 4 or 5 years, you should be good to go, and it will pretty much last you a lifetime. Now the crown itself, let's go ahead and unscrew this crown. Nice pop out. Really no wiggle to it at all. As you can see here, there's a little cutout over here, which is kind of interesting. So it fits very nicely into the case. Self-winding in the first position, which is actually pretty smooth. One position, you get a quick set date. Final position, we can set the time here. Let's set it to 10:10. Push that back down, the seconds hand will start to run, and we'll go ahead and screw this crown back in. So that's pretty much for that. The bracelet itself, like I stated, is a Jubilee. It's actually pretty flexible, and I wouldn't change it out if I were you. But yeah, anyway, this watch does have lume as well. It has blue lume. I'm pretty sure it's BGW9. And it glows on the applied markers, and it also does glow on the 12 o'clock pip as well. And yeah, I want to take a look at the lume, show you exactly how it looks. So let's jump into that, guys. Now here's a lume shot for you guys. As you can see, the 12 o'clock pip is pretty bright in green. The lume is actually evenly applied very nicely on the hands, the applied markers as well. And it seems pretty bright, seems pretty potent, seems like it will last the night. So definitely a pretty good job on the lume. On my 6.5-inch wrist, as you can see, the watch definitely fits nicely across the wrist. Lug to lug, it fits very nice on my 6.5-inch wrist. The Jubilee bracelet's actually pretty comfortable, no issues there. It doesn't pull hair or anything like that. And it's definitely one that will slide under cuff very easily if you want to, dress it up a little bit on a leather band or something of that nature. But definitely very legible from all angles with that nice sapphire crystal. They definitely do have some, anti-reflective coating on this crystal, which makes it very, very legible, easy to read at a glance, which a dive watch should be. So furthermore, guys, I think this watch is pretty cool looking, as you can see here. I really like the looks of it. I think it's a good value, $909. I believe there's a discount code as well. Everything is very legible. I really like the look of that dial as well. Everything looks really, really nice. And overall, I think it's a pretty good bargain for the money. You're getting everything from a decent Swiss movement. You're getting, a SoProd automatic caliber, which is not cheap. You're getting a nice Jubilee bracelet. You're getting good lume as well. Nice bracelet clasp. You're getting that really cool design on the case back as well. You're getting something that has history to it, has meaning to it, and is very usable, in today's times. Obviously, it's a 200-meter dive watch. You're going to be able to use this thing in a lot of different situations. You can dress it up, dress it down, use it as a sports watch. I really like the actual shape of the case itself. I think it's very nice. You have that vintage aesthetic, which a lot of people really do appreciate, including myself. I'm really a fan of the 1970s watches. And overall, I think they did a really good job putting this one together. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. As usual, this is Watch Addiction Watch Reviews with the Orbit Robot reissue from BENRUS watches. I will drop a link to them down in the description below so you can check them out after this video. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.